Alright, hello class. Welcome to week 3, day 2, expectations, as well as we're going to be reading the close reading. First, just like in the other videos, I'll go over the expectations, and then after that, I will read the close reading out loud if you would like to read that with me. So yeah, the very first thing I want you guys to do is on page 36, do the day 5 as a close reading. Again, underline, highlight important information, write down questions or ways that you related or connected to the material. I'm looking for about one per paragraph. If there's like a bunch of small paragraphs next to each other, just count that as one paragraph. But you guys are getting pretty good at realizing what is a good chunk of information where I should have connected to the information. After that, I want you to write your own legend. This is going to be looking at creating your own kind of story, own legend of something that you could believe in, or that a large group of people could believe in, something that's going to grab the reader. This is supposed to be creative, this is supposed to be fun. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with that. I look forward to reading them in the future. In addition, I want you to complete any math homework from Miss Moore, review and practice movements from mystery class, and then 30 minutes of light cardio, such as walking, running, or anything else that gets the heart pumping. I would love for us to make a document or something like that where you guys can send me what you have been doing so other kids can also be inspired and do something similar. So yeah, as long as you're moving, you're probably going to be a lot happier today. But those are the expectations for today. Again, close reading, write your own story, beginning of that, math homework, mystery class, movement. Alright, let's get into close reading on page 36. Alright, day 5. There is a legend of the flying Inca boy, which tells of wars between the Incas and the Maya. The legend simply says the boy hung over the enemy lines in some sort of flying machine. The question is, did the Incas have balloons? Some people believe they did and give as evidence the fact of the tight weave of their fabric. Not only was the cloth used to catch fish, but it could have been used to make balloons as well. A man named Jim Woodman decided to reconstruct a balloon using the tightly woven cloth in the Incas. Huge pieces of ancient cloth have been found because it never rains in that part of Peru. The air is incredibly dry. The fragile pieces of cloth found there have been miraculously preserved for more than 2,000 years. Jim used these huge pieces of cloth to form the pyramid. Beginning at the center, he sewed the pieces together, working his way out. This gave the cloth balloon a spiral shape. The spiral shape was one of the most common shapes in the drawings of the Incas. Woodman used pieces of wood and rope tied in knots for all of the rigging. Even the basket that has been placed under the huge balloon was made by hand. It was made in the shape of a small reed boat called a gondola. The first thing Jim had to do was smoke the balloon. He passed the smoke through and around the cloth so it would hold hot air. This filled the holes with smoke and soot particles. Next, a great pit was dug to hold a great wood fire. He bored a small tunnel that would draw fire and smoke to the open end of the balloon. The heat from the bonfire of dry wood went through the tunnel and into the balloon. Gradually, the balloon inflated with hot air and began to lift itself off. Finally, Jim climbed aboard this balloon. The balloon named the Condor actually flew. Woodman believed that he was repeating the flight of ancient balloonists some 2,000 years ago. Ancient Incan drawings even show pictures that look like rockets and space machines. Could they have been flying machines? Many people doubt that Jim Woodman is correct, but you decide for yourself. Alright, so that's a fun little story about possible balloons in Inca times. So what do you think? Did the Incans fly the balloons? What do you think was possible at that time? So that's just a question, a rhetorical question for yourself. After that, I want you to create a modern day legend. You may pick any topic. Perhaps you would like to create a legend around our modern day airplanes, submarines, televisions, computers, video games, or anything else. Or perhaps it would have to do with environmental concerns or current energy issues. It is up to you. Your legend should be at least 1 page in length. So I'm looking for a double-spaced, 1 page in length legend of how something came to be or the origins of something that you may or may not know about. Just get creative, come up with a fun story about how submarines were created or television or computers or anything like that, and we'll have a fun story to play with. Cool. So that's everything that I'm looking for today. I hope you guys are doing really well. Miss you. Please write a comment if you have any questions or send me an email. And you can also join me for my daily meetings that happen from 10 to 11. Alright, thank you guys.